Alright, so yesterday we did legs. Today did like a superset day because I think I might take a rest day tomorrow because I kind of started myself off kind of rough this week. You know, you gotta hit the grind, but when the grind gets a little too grindy, you gotta know when to take a break whenever you need one, because a little sleep and a lot of work and hitting the gym, you know, it starts adding up after a little bit. But so half of that, it's 50 grams of protein there. Me and the wife are gonna split this turkey. It's got like 4 grams of fat in the whole thing. So, like I said before, had somebody commented and said that they were, you know, trying to lose weight and get down and were kind of overweight. Lean meat, you can't beat it. Because one thing I realized, because whenever I first started losing weight, I wasn't actually in the gym yet, but the fat ratio was like non-existent. Because, I mean, obviously if you want to lose fat, you want to be in a deficit. But it also helps, I think, to have less fat in your diet. Because you need essential fats and stuff, but the amount of fat that is in the food that we have and that we eat on a daily basis, usually, way too much. So, number one, if you want to cut down, first thing I did is got on the macros, track your macros. I use the stupid simple macro tracker. Just search that in the App Store, it'll come up. You can set, I mean, I've got like, now I have like 7 or 8 different macro setups for depending on bulk cut, point of the prep, future points of the prep that I've already made. And you can get a lot going in that, just a free version, because whenever you bring it up, you know, you can directly put in, you can either scan it, which is in the paid mode, or you can manually put in your fat, carb, and protein. Second thing I would say to do is to go on calculator.net and do your daily maintenance calories. There's a daily maintenance calorie calculator, and it's on calculator.net. That's the one that I use. I think that's the best one personally. And then you get a guesstimate, depending on how many pounds you want to lose a week, of your maintenance calories, if you want to gain a pound a week, lose a pound a week, or lose 2 pounds a week. And you can kind of go from there on that, kind of test, because nobody's the same, so that's kind of a guesstimate, but you can really get close to figuring out, you know, where you're at as far as what kind of macros and calories you need to hit to lose the weight that you want to lose. Because it'd be nice to lose all the weight, you know, clickety split, but unless you crash diet and do some stuff that's unhealthy, it's not smart to do it real quick. It took me, I think, like 6 months, and I lost about 25 pounds. And, you know, I don't want to get on, you know, what's healthy, what's not, you know, good, bad, whatever. But the first thing I cut out was the unhealthy sugars, the fake sugars, the artificial sweetener. I don't mess with it. That was the first thing I cut out. Second thing I cut out, which is because of my gut, and it helped my gut out a lot, which if you want to lose weight, you need to be digesting well. You need to be able to, you know, your gut biome needs to be on point. So I cut out all the colors, all the food coloring, gone. The third thing I did, like I said, get those macros counted. And then the fourth thing, and this is a personal preference if you want to do it or not, you know, I'm not a doctor or anything, so this is just what I did. You know, if you want to do it, that's up to you, but, you know, I'm not advising you to do it, but, you know, everybody knows about fasting. I did a good bit of intermittent fasting through my first portion of my weight loss journey. I think the longest I ever fasted for was 3 days. 3-day water fast. And I tell you what, you want mental toughness, that is where you get it from. Drink water and don't eat anything for 3 days. You will figure out that there's a side of you that wants to eat and a side of you that wants to succeed in the things that you do, because the amount of mental battles I had to make it through the 3 days of the fast was tough. But I made it through, and I felt pretty good afterwards. It's almost like a cleanse, they say. You know, I can't pinpoint exactly what happened, but, you know, it was definitely the intermittent fasting. I still kind of intermittent fast. Like I said, I eat when I get home from work every day, and I try not to have anything other than a protein shake and maybe a coffee during the day at work, which is intermittent fasting. You know, it's almost like that fasting where you have a window to eat all your food and get all your calories in, and that's what I choose to do. You know, will I change that in the future? Maybe. You know, this is the first prep. This is the first time really figuring things out, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, figure out your maintenance calories, get the macro counter. The number one thing I'd say too, as far as personal things, as far as dieting, is like, you know, you got to be honest with yourself whenever you're dieting and wanting to, you know, get into shape and lose weight. And, you know, when you're overweight, like, are you doing everything that you can to lose weight? And I noticed there was a lot of times where I wasn't honest with myself. I wasn't honest with the way that I looked. I kind of gave myself excuses, and once, you know, that my main weight loss goal and journey didn't really start until, you know, I was honest with myself about what I was actually doing and what I needed to do to succeed in dieting. So it's not going to be quick. You know, it's going to take time if you do it the right way, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you'll slowly see the weight come off. You know, if you have body fat like I did, you know, over what is considered the norm, you know, 35% plus, you know, I was at the 35 plus probably. And, you know, it takes time, it takes hard work, but, you know, anybody can do it. I mean, if anybody's going to tell you you can do it, you know, I'll tell you you can do it. You know, if you don't have anybody else to, you know, be there and be like, hey, you know, you can do this, you know, you can push yourself and figure out new things about yourself and see how far you can really go. You know, I believe in you. Anybody who's trying to diet and get back into shape or get into shape for the first time, you know, you can do it. You can literally do, I believe you can do anything that you have the courage to set your mind to do. Now, that goes with the being honest with yourself, because you really, really, you know, you've got to dedicate yourself to, you know, bettering every aspect of your life. And when you start, you know, messing with diet and, you know, your body and different things like that, you know, you will see that it's not the only thing that gets better. You know, there will be a lot of things that change for the better as you get through your journey. And, you know, I wish anybody who's going on a journey through weight loss or any journey in life that is changing them for the better, you know, I'm proud of you for making that decision to do that, and I'm with you all the way. You know, don't give up. It might feel hard some days, even now, like in this prep, even there's some days where things feel too much and I want to give up, but we keep on pushing. So, like I said, I didn't, you know, maybe I'll film, you know, leg day in the future, but I feel like leg day probably isn't something that most people want to watch. So I did not film that, alongside the fact that, you know, like I said, the first getting into the swing of things and posting, you know, every day right off rip, and you know, getting back into editing and you know, doing videos and stuff. You know, having a little bit of time to just get the lift in, think about things, and you know, do some other stuff like video, you know, video creation and different things like that, and you know, being creative and thinking of things, you know, that takes a back seat a little bit whenever you're filming everything that you're doing. So took a couple of days off. We're back at it. Like I said, we did the superset today. Did chest with back together. So I'd, you know, do an incline press and then do a pull down. Do 2 sets of those. And then we'd move to the row machine and the machine press, like the chest, like the forward straight press. 2 sets of that each, back and forth, superset style. Then we went to the incline machine press and the chest supported row, same thing, 2 sets of each. Then we went to rear delts and what did I do with rear delts? I did rear delts and triceps, and then after that I did arms and like a forearms, like brachialis together, just to get, you know, almost like to get a pump check going, because like I said, feeling a little bit tired. So did a full body workout. Probably going to do a rest day tomorrow, maybe just do cardio. Did cardio after the workout today, did 30 minutes. Like I said, now we're going to eat, and like I said, you know, get a plan in place. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, and you know, you'll go as far as, you know, you try to. You know, I got faith in you, so if nobody else does, know that I do. So keep pushing forward through your weight loss journey or any journey that you're going through in life, and I'm gonna eat.